Hello, everybody, and welcome to our ScholarCAST today on studying abroad in Florence, Italy. My name is Evan Weisenfeld, and I'm the VP of Growth here at NSCS. And I'm very excited today to welcome one of our partners that has a wonderful program in Florence, Italy for you all and for our members. Dr. Francesco Convertini will be joining us today, along with a representative of his department, to talk about what it would be like to study abroad in Florence, Italy. So welcome, Dr. Convertini. It's a pleasure to have you here. I'm going to turn the floor over to you and give you the opportunity to tell us a little bit about the program, the opportunity for students, and then at the end, I will come back on and help facilitate some question and answer sessions. So welcome.
Thank you, Evan. Hello, my name is Francesco Convertini. I am the director of NECA. NECA is an accredited program in Florence, Italy, accredited by Northern Arizona University. Let me first welcome you all to this webinar. Like I said, the NECA is accredited by Northern Arizona University, in Arizona, of course, and students who study at NECA earn credits through a transcript of NAU transcript, mailed to their home institution for transfer credits. NECA is a good program if we work the best possible way, as we usually do, to make you earn credits while having a once-in-a-lifetime experience in Florence as locals. We tell students, go where locals go, try to live the way Florentines do. As you know, NECA has teamed up with an NSCS, so the student selection is guaranteed by NSCS. We are very happy to work with selected students, and NSCS members have a preferential status to enroll in NECA programs. We can talk also later about this, and there are merit-based scholarships and need-based scholarships. Merit-based scholarships are automatically awarded to NSCS members applying. At this point, let me introduce you to Professor Loredana Agosta, who is the academic coordinator at NECA and the assistant director. She's also the professor. She teaches courses of art history of the Italian Renaissance, of Florentine architecture, and courses of gender studies. So welcome, Loredana, and if you want to talk a little bit about NECA, the programs in Florence, then we will answer students' questions. And okay, welcome, Loredana.
Thank you, Francesco. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm really happy to be able to talk to you about NECA, to talk to you about Florence. So I'm just going to go ahead and show you some slides. What I'd like to begin with now is just to talk about just Florence in general. I'm just going to go back to the beginning, sorry, and show you a little bit about what life is like in Florence and what we can do here at NECA. We have a great program here in Florence. We have semester programs and summer-long programs, so you can earn up to 18 credits with the semester, and with the summer, 6 credits. The courses at NECA, you can find the course descriptions on the NECA website. Going on the home page, clicking on courses, you'll see that we have interdisciplinary courses in many fields of study. I invite you to browse on the NECA website, clicking on courses to find those course descriptions. The courses at NECA are interdisciplinary courses with a really widened viewpoint to give students the opportunity to kind of maybe take a course they normally wouldn't take at home. But
excuse me, Loredana, just one second. I want to help.
Sure.
Would you put it into play, and then the slides are not advancing? So.
Oh, sorry. Let's see.
I just want to make sure we have the best experience.
Yeah, sure. Sorry, sure. How about, is that all right?
It's no, it starts and then it goes away. So give it a try again.
Okay. How about now? You're seeing it now?
Not now. We're still seeing just sort of the title slide.
Let's see.
Do you want to try closing and reopening?
Yeah, I'm going to show my main screen. How's that? Okay.
Now you want to hit play?
Yes.
There we go.
Okay, great. Sorry. So I wanted to go ahead and just show you, like I said earlier, the NECA website where you can find the description of the courses. And the courses at NECA are created with an interdisciplinary approach. So, making Florence as your classroom, even if you are a history major or a poli-sci major, many of the courses can meet your degree requirements and also meet your elective requirements. But again, the main focus is on showing what you can do here in Florence, not just academically, but kind of broaden your horizons and make you open up into other fields maybe you wouldn't have thought about studying at home. The courses are also based on experiential learning, which means many of the courses have field trips. I would say most of them do, and the majority of the time, for example, when I teach my art history classes, most of the time we're out in the squares, in the monuments, in the churches, in the museums, basically with a hands-on approach. Our teaching staff is an international teaching staff. Many are expats living in Florence. Others are bilingual, so not just Italians or Americans, but really staff from all over Europe and the world. All the courses are upper division courses, 3 credits, taught all in English, except of course for the Italian language courses. The fields of study we have at NECA are many and varied. Besides teaching Italian studies and Italian language, you'll see arts, history, poli-sci, all the humanities, business and economics. And just a note on the Italian courses, if you know a little bit of Italian, I would invite you to, once you're on the NECA website, to scroll down the courses description page and you'll find a Test Your Italian. You can also find this on the home page, clicking on academics, if you wanted to be placed in another level of Italian. So what's included in the program? Well, here at NECA, we have small groups. So we provide personalized assistance. That means we also have an emergency phone number 24/7, whether you need any kind of assistance in your housing. We also have the director, Francesco himself, personally meets with all of the students, interacting with them before their departure for academic advising, so helping you choose the courses that were best suited for your major, making sure you have all of the paperwork involved that you need to transfer your credits. We also have travel counseling to help you from anything from booking your ticket to making sure you have all your paperwork if you need to apply for a visa and a student permit to come and study in Florence. And also orientation when you arrive. We'll give you all the tips of locals and the do's and don'ts, but it's basically a kind of orientation into the city, where to find things and how to get around. And of course also accommodations here in Florence. Florence is a great place to study. I could say so myself. I came over here many years ago as a study abroad student myself. It's, I would say, a small little big town. What I mean by that, it's the perfect size. It's not too big and not too small. It's also a great international center where you'll find students coming from not just the States, but from all over the world. Many European students coming as well. So I think the size makes it perfect for study abroad. It's also a World Heritage Site on the UNESCO list. And in Florence, we are centrally located, kind of south part of the northern part of Italy, sorry. So we're located right here in the heart of Tuscany. And we're very strategically located. If you wanted to take weekend trips, going down to Rome is just a short train ride away. And so also is Venice. As I said, Florence is the capital of Tuscany, the region of Tuscany. And also nearby, we have places to visit like Pisa and Siena. And at NECA, we also provide optional field trips. Once you're here, you can decide to participate in some of the field trips we organize for students, as well as dinners and local spots that we'd like to share with students. You can find all the information about the various programs on the homepage by clicking on academics. You'll see we have semester and summer programs, and you can check these pages for the tentative dates. So back to Florence, of course, I'm kind of biased, but it's an incredible place to study. You'll find incredible monuments here, and it's very easy once you get yourself settled in to find your way around. We have the Arno River and great sights to see, of course, all the museums, and it's also, Florence is also the birthplace of the Italian language, where the famous poet Dante began writing his works. And it's a place for fashion and shopping, but fashion here, we take it seriously. We also have 2 museums dedicated to Gucci and the Ferragamo fashion houses. But it's also a lively place where you'll find lots of energy and life on the streets, not just student life, but also, the locals are very friendly here. They love it when you try to speak Italian. And there's still a lot of folklore, and you'll see parades on the streets, especially in June. There's a feast day of the local patron saint. So things are very lively. And of course, the food is amazing. We've had students try things that they would never have dreamed of. It's not just pizza, but it's a lot more than that. And I think studying abroad is an incredible experience, not only for the places you see, the courses you take, but also the friendships you make. At NECA, it's everything is built around the student, from the courses, the field trips, the school-related field trips, the outings, and it's just a full Italian experience. So just imagine all the great selfies you can take and all the great ice cream you can try. So it's not just the courses, but it's a full 360 experience that I think will really make a great impression in your academic career, but also in your personal growth. Again, I invite you to visit the NECA website, clicking on admissions on the home page. You'll find all the information about living in Florence, how to apply, and all those other details. So now I'm going to stop, continue, and hand you over to Francesco, and he'll tell you a little bit more in detail. Thank you for your attention. Hope to see you soon in Florence. Ciao.
Thank you, Loredana. Thank you. So what I talked before about possible scholarship for NSCS members. I repeat, it's important. NSCS members are automatically awarded a scholarship to reduce their program cost once they send us their online application from the NECA website. Then there is a possibility for NSCS members to apply for a second scholarship, need-based scholarship for those who have limited economic resources. And we are optimistic also for this second scholarship. And there is also the possibility to apply for a third scholarship, sending an essay of 200 words stating why this experience and how this experience will enrich your academic career. So as you can see, we really want to assist students, and especially selected students, as NSCS members. You can apply by sending us your online application or just sending us an email, and we will email you what we call the brochure file. It's with all that is included in the cost about dates, deadline, application deadline, payment deadline, course offering. I mean, just refund policy and cancellations, request of health insurance, what health insurance must include. Like Loredana said before, we provide also, we assist students with a pre-departure, academic advising, and pre-departure travel counseling. We assist the students to apply for the visa, and also to request the permit of stay at student arrival in Florence or equivalent document. But we will do this together with enrolled students. We do this together when you're in Florence. At this point, I would like to start answering. I would like to know if any of you has questions for me, for Loredana, for NSCS. I mean, we will be happy to answer any questions you may have. Anyone?
Hello. Yes, I'll come back and I'm going to help facilitate some of the questions. So thank you very much. I wish I were a college student and could come and study abroad in Florence. That would be amazing. One of the questions that has come in, and it kind of is relevant for a few different of the questions, is are there any age requirements? Could a non-traditional older student who might be more of an adult participate? If somebody attends a junior college as opposed to a traditional four-year institution, are there any restrictions around sort of age and who is able to participate in the program?
We usually have students that are juniors or seniors, and a few sophomore. In case of a freshman, we could accept them. We just have to briefly talk just to know if officially accept them in the program. Non-traditional students too, they inquire, some of them. We have had students of 25, 30 years of age. We also had a couple of ladies of about 50 years old. They were about 50 years old. So I repeat, the average of students is between 19 and 22, between 19, 22, 23. But again, in case of non-traditional students, we usually write, if you request the online application, they write this, they call them, we talk, and we have to accept them, quickly accept them in the program. So
but if somebody were older and they were still a junior in college, they would be eligible?
Yes, sure. Actually, we also had students who has come here, who have applied and who have studied at NECA just for an academic experience and not necessarily to earn credits. Also, in this case, NAU, Northern Arizona University, will not be involved, but still, they could be NECA students. They can have a once-in-a-lifetime experience without earning credits if they don't get credits.
Right. So one of the questions that came in fact, there may be more than one question, is around the process for earning credits. So you have a relationship with Northern Arizona University. The way that it would work, please correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm going to try to make sure that I can repeat this so that I can explain it to our students, is that they earn credits from NECA that are transferable to Northern Arizona University on a Northern Arizona University transcript, and they would then use those credits to transfer to their home institution. So as long as their university recognizes the credits from Northern Arizona University, they would apply towards their degree program.
Yes. Well, in the last 25 years of NECA, no university, all universities in the US accepted the credits to NECA. They all accepted. At the end of the program, of course, the student has to go to the final and pass the final exam, of course. A few days after the program, I email the grades to NAU, and NAU prepares the the transcript and mailed it to the students from institution. It's all automatic. And its cost is included in the program cost. Being in a program, it must be included, of course.
Yes, that's great. We had a question about language studies. And I know you talked a little bit about this, but can you give some overview of what sort of language studies might be available?
Yes, well, Italian, we offer 6 courses of Italian language, 2 elementary level, 2 intermediate level, 2 advanced level. Of course, there are some prerequisites. You cannot take level 3 if you have not passed level 1 and 2 diploma. Italian instructors teach in Italian language. We do not even care. We do not even know if they speak English because they only use Italian language. It may be difficult for the first two lessons, meant for absolute beginners, but then they enter the language. They enter the tone, they enter the language. So professors might not necessarily be fluent in English, but like I said, for elementary students, for absolute beginners, you know, after the second lesson, they enter.
It's a complete full immersion. So the courses are conducted in Italian, but it's amazing how much Italian you learn once you're here. Because it's not like studying a language back home where you enter the classroom, you learn Italian, and then you leave the classroom and you're speaking English. So the courses are also designed to help you, go to a cafe and order a coffee. When you order a latte, you're not ordering latte in Italian, just simply means milk. Many students come here, they go to the cafe and they say, "Oh, can I have a latte?" And they're surprised when they get a glass of milk. So it's a very practical Italian, full immersion. So, within the first weeks, you're able to, go shopping, ask for something at a store or a cafe.
Sure.
One thing about Italian language is not mandatory to study at NECA. There are maybe 20% of students that do not take Italian. They come here, they do not need credits in Italian language, so they do not take Italian. They take other courses for 5 or 6 semester, 1, 2, or 3 for summer programs. So it's not mandatory. It may be recommended, but it's a student's decision.
We've had a few questions around courses for students that might be biology or healthcare or other types of majors that maybe the coursework that you're offering might not be directly relevant to their particular major. Have you had students like that in the past, and what are the kinds of courses that are offered? And maybe you're not offering a biology course, but there may be things that are general education courses that can apply. How would you recommend for students that are in that situation?
Well, usually students come here to take electives. They come here usually, many students do not take only courses that they must take. They have a wide choice in their courses usually. So they must take, I don't know, a student of art may need an education, 3 credits in education, 3 credits in Italian language. So it's only necessary. Actually, some universities consider these electives like these pass fail. They don't even do A, B, C, or D. They just pass fail for them. Plus, we offer, if we get in touch with the student, if we talk on the phone, we also offer directed study or individualized program. That's how a study abroad program also grows. If a student is really interested to have a special course that is not listed on our website, they can ask us on the online application, and sometimes we have provided, we have offered that course for that student, and from that moment we have offered that course as a standard course. It has happened in the past.
Okay, great. One of the questions is about housing. So can you give us some information on what the housing situations are like?
You want to present, you want to talk about housing, Loredana, a little bit then? I can assist you.
Okay, so housing, when you apply, you also have a choice between selecting a double room or triple room. Housing is found in the city with other students from NECA, and it's all shared apartments. So you would have a shared kitchen, shared bathroom, and you can have a choice to choose maybe a single room or a double room, and it would be housing that is accessible. Like Florence is a very small city, so you can basically get to anywhere within like maybe a 20-minute walking distance. So that would be included in the program as well, the housing.
Furnished apartments in the city center. We used to offer also during with the family the meals, Monday, breakfast, and dinner Monday to Friday. Since we were in a pandemic, we may not offer this until the 2023 programs until next spring, because we want to make sure that in case anything happens, we have the possibility to, to assist the students in a single room, so we are also prepared for that.
And what is the deadline to apply if they're interested in applying for this upcoming summer?
For this upcoming summer, with NAU, it was the end of March, but for any NSCS member, we postponed it basically until the middle of April. I think it's in the middle of April, but we can accept, since we teamed up with an SCS member, we can accept late enrollment. We can verify very quickly. We can accept the student. If the student is an SCS member, we contact the student in 24 hours. We see how to quickly accept the student in the program. So middle of April, I would say. We don't want to be strict or rigid, because being selected students, we are happy to, to assist an SCS member the best possible way.
And how many people typically are in the program during the summer?
We have had minimum groups of 15 to 20, maximum. Once we had a group of 150, only once, but usually 15 to 30, average 20, 25. But we can host even bigger groups.
Great.
Yeah, I would just like to add that the courses also have a nice size number. For example, in many of my courses, we have field trips, so it's you have like a kind of like more personal relationship with the professors. So we keep it as a small group courses, small size.
Individual attention.
And we had a few other questions here. Have you had students return for multiple times? Have they come more than one session?
Yes. A few, not many, just a few. They came for, usually if they come for summer, then they come for a semester. I mean, summer students have come enrolled again for a semester. I mean, maybe only 1, 2, 3 a year, or 2 a year, an average of a couple a year. And some students came for a January term. Sometimes we offer also January term. And after the January term, they wanted to remain for the spring semester. That happened a few times.
We've had a couple of questions that I think are important as well. One is about medical insurance. So if you could give us some information around how does medical insurance work? And I know you have something with Northern Arizona University. And then a related question is related to the COVID vaccine. Are students required to have the COVID vaccine, and what are masking requirements and things? And I know everything could change come this summer. Obviously things are getting much better now, but where does all that stand?
Yes, okay. Well, NECA would be unable to accommodate COVID vaccination or booster exemptions. Would be unable. It would be a problem for the accommodation and for other students who may demand to work, to study together with the vaccinated students.
So the vaccine would be required for all students.
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Also, it's also important talking about medical insurance. There are medical insurance plans that cover if let's say if someone tests positive and you need to leave your accommodation, you can find accommodation to isolate yourself from the other roommates. So that is a health insurance that would be all inclusive. Also emergency evacuation in the case that you need to return home. So it would all be covered with this insurance plan that we have found for our students.
We, working with NAU, we recommend the health insurance that Northern Arizona University uses for their students going abroad. I think it's a low cost, but it includes also the costs due to stays in hotel or the like in case the student tests positive, and it also includes it's also included emergency evacuation. So the students may choose the health insurance that they prefer, but we recommend this. I mean, we talk to students about this health insurance used by NAU students studying abroad. It's
Can you give us
less than $2 a day, I think.
Can you give us an idea of the cost? Let's use one example of this summer, a summer program for a certain number of units, credits, before any scholarships are applied. You know, if somebody were to go and do a typical 2-bedroom situation.
The program cost for 6 credits, 2 courses, included the NAU transcript, included tuition, included housing, application and enrollment fees, is $6,550 before. I mean, for non-NSCS members. For NSCS members, it goes down to $5,250 merit-based scholarship, and for merit and need-based down to $5,150. 6 credits, 2 courses, included application fee, enrollment fee, program tuition, housing, and of course pre-departure with guiding, counseling. For 9 credits, June to the middle of July, it's about 7,000. For 9 credits means 3 courses, about 7,000. For NSCS member merit and need-based scholarship, 5,800. It's 1,200 less. But again, we will, if the students send us an email, we'll send them this file. It's a file in Word, 2 pages, and read with all details about the program, what's included, what's requested, and policy, terms, application deadline, payment deadline. People including this file.
That price does not include flights, or does it include flights?
It does not. Airfare is not included.
Right.
But we provide culture, academic, travel counseling. You know, we have been doing this for decades, so I know how to tell students what to avoid and what to do to maybe to save some money.
And then just a quick question about the housing. If somebody were to choose the single, is it still a shared kitchen and shared bathroom?
Sure. There is an additional cost for the single. Students are usually placed in double or triple, usually double, I must say. There is an additional cost for the single room, but it's the same apartment. Some apartments have, I don't know, 2 double and 1 single. So the same shared furnished apartments, same shared bathrooms and shared kitchen.
Now, in order to apply, everybody should go to the NECA website, which you showed on the screen, and we'll try to make sure that we have that, or that is on Scholar Central, so everybody would have access to that information on Scholar Central. And of course, if you have problems and can't find the website, you can always contact Member Success. People apply directly to you. For many students, they have study abroad programs through their university. They have a study abroad office. This would not be in coordination with that. They would be applying directly to your program, and the credits would be earned through Northern Arizona University. Is that correct?
That's a good point. Yeah, that's an important point. Students in Florence would be NECA students. They would not be NAU students, or they would be NECA students. So what they need to do, from our point of view, is sending us their online application. Then we contact them and we start exchanging emails, attachments, and or I may want to talk to them, so we start assisting them on the phone. They don't necessarily need to go to the study production office of the university unless they need to first talk to some professors to make sure that the courses they take will fulfill their degree requirements. This depends on their university. From our point of view, they do not even need to talk to NAU. They do not even need to contact Northern Arizona University. Of course, the study abroad office at Arizona University will be available to assist them, but it's not necessary.
That's great. We have some other questions that are very, very specific and very sort of unique situations. And so, I'll go through a few of those. Before we do, I just want to thank you guys and for everybody who's joined. I encourage you to stay on and continue to hear the questions, because you never know if this would be relevant for you. But for those of you that are, getting ready to sign off, thank you for attending. We will be sending out a recording of this to everybody that attended, so that if you missed anything or you want to watch it again, you will be able to. And so we'll jump into a few more questions. And if you're still on the line and you have other questions, feel free to submit them. We will continue to try to get to those as our time is running down here. Is there a syllabus available yet for the courses? Is that something that's on your website?
On the website, what is important to fulfill the student's degree requirements to guarantee that the transfer credits is the course description. So on the website, there are the course descriptions. In case a university needs also the syllabus, which is the course description plus the grading system, the geography, so it's not very different from the significant course descriptions on the website. We can email the university or the students with the syllabi of the courses they need.
So, what I'm taking away from this is pretty much whatever a student's going to need from you, they need help, they need answers, you'll be able to provide it. So, the thing that's most important is that they raise their hand, they contact you, you send them the brochure, and now anything that they have questions on, they'll be able to get directly from you.
Yeah, the good thing about this procedure is that the students have a direct approach with Francesco, so they don't have to go through various steps going to the study abroad office. It's directly talking with us at NECA, so the questions could be answered in a more detailed way, in a direct way.
Yes, sure. We want to simplify whatever the student needs. It's Loredana and I that take care of the students, so they can contact us, and very quickly we will contact them and we will start assisting them for any issue to plan their stay in Italy.
That's great. This is a very logistical question. Do you help people change over their dollars to euros?
We recommend to do this in the US because here they may have to pay a 20% tax that would destroy the exchange rate. So we recommend to do this. Now, this is one of the, for example, this is a good point. When the student has enrolled, I email them a summary file. I think I sent you, I don't know, it's a file of 14, 15 pages with many details about the program, even how to change dollars, about laptop, internet, whatever, how to dress in Italy, which may be different.
But also to make things simple, also, many students just come with some cash when they leave, just for spending money during their trip over. They should maybe get in touch with their banks and see if they can use ATMs here. So getting like an international PIN number that they can use to go to an ATM and just take out money already in euros, and not being able to, not have cash with them that they have to change. So maybe they could talk to the banks. The easiest way I've seen students do this is just bring their ATM card and get the cash they need directly from an ATM directly in euros. So that would be one of the things. We also help them to talk to their banks and find out if they can just use their bank card here. It's easier instead of bringing cash and then trying to have an exchange rate, which would be much more expensive. So they would be doing it directly through their banks.
And one last thing, it's important, even if a student asks us the same question 5, 10 times, we are ready. I mean, we know that, sometimes you ask questions, you don't memorize all the answers, so we are ready here to answer 10 times to the same question. That's not an issue for us, not a problem. Even the most superficial question, when you're going to plan your stay, become crucial questions, crucial answers sometimes. So we are ready to keep giving answers. That's what the students must feel. We want the students to feel that we are taking care of them. So
Yes.
we're taking care of them.
Loredana, would you mind putting up the slide again that shows the website address? One student was asking, what's the best way to contact you if they have additional questions? So let's put up the website address. You can share that screen. Couple of more questions here. Due to this program's transfer credit status through NAU, will this still satisfy my university's study abroad requirement?
Regarding study abroad requirements, so we're talking about courses because this is an academic experience. It's also a social experience, but mostly academic. It's an academic experience. Students are supposed, they should make sure that the courses they take in Italy will fulfill their degree requirements. If they want, we can contact their study abroad office or their professors, but if they do this, they probably take some time. Especially for Italian language courses, they must make sure that the level of language course they take is the appropriate level for the credits they need. But study abroad requirements of each studio or university may be different. But again, once they contact us on the phone or on via email, we make decisions together of what's the best way to proceed to plan their stay and to make sure that they will earn valuable credits.
And do people select their courses when they fill out the application, or when do they select their courses?
With their application form, but they can change courses until the payment deadline, which is a few weeks before 1 month. But still, once we are in touch with the students, completed the full payment, for example, past the payment deadline, if the students seriously need or want to change the course, I mean, we talked about that, and we provide free cultural academic advising. So some students have changed courses also a few days before program start date. We do not recommend that, but for students who really need that, if they explain what is the reason, we are available to do. The academic aspect is the most important aspect of our working method.
And for the housing, again, is it same-sex housing, or is it both, men and women?
This depends on the student. If the student depends on the student. Usually, I mean, if it depends on us, we ask students, do you want to sleep in the same apartment with only men, only women? And many students say that they do not care. Usually, they do not care. In the same room, only men or only women. In the same apartment, potentially, men and women, unless a student expressly requests to sleep only with women or only with men in the same apartment with women or with men only.
That's great. There are a few other questions, but I think that they're more specific to students. And so I want to take this opportunity to thank you. This has been great information. I think students would be very lucky to have the opportunity to study abroad in Florence. It's a beautiful city. I know I visited about 20 years ago, and I can't wait to go back again. Francesco, Loredana, thank you very much for your time today. Hopefully for the members that are out there, you feel that this is an opportunity that would be of value to you. Please feel free to contact the NECA team directly. Any questions and things that have come up that you didn't get answers on, you can contact NECA directly, and they should be able to answer those questions. And so once again, thank you for participating. Thank you to our two guest speakers. And hopefully someday we'll be able to visit you in Florence and say hello in person.
Thank you. Thank you, Evan.
Thank you. Thank you.
I want to thank all the students.
Yes, thank you to the members who participated and to those of you that are watching this on recording. Sorry if we didn't get to answer your questions here, but you can always submit those questions later directly to the NECA team. So on that note, we're going to go ahead and end the transmission. Thank you very much, and
Thank
we
you.
will see everybody on the next ScholarCast. Thank you very much.
Grazie.
Bye.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao.